Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Poem of the Separation by Nissim Ezekiel. Come, let's go to the poem. He begins the poem by saying, "To judge by memory alone, our love was happy." So he says, if I am going to recollect all the memories which we had together about our love, I can say that both of us were very happy in being in love with each other. When the bombs burst in Kashmir, my life had burst and merged in yours. And he says, when we started loving is when the bombs were bursting in Kashmir. And that was the time when we met and we fell in love with each other. The war did not matter, though we tried to care. He says, of course, the calamity, the bursting of the bomb, the war in Kashmir disturbed our mind. But our love was so very intense that we did not care much about other things. The season, time and place rejected the usual names. He says we did not mind about the season or the time or the place. We only wanted to be together and we wanted to be in love. And then he continues saying, one day you said, suddenly I feel grown up. And he says that a woman, when she falls in love, she'll realize that suddenly she is a grown up person and not a child anymore. And those words came from you. The price was only 1,000 kisses. And when I heard that, I was so very happy because I had given you that feeling that you are a grown up person. So I gifted you with 1,000 kisses. Any man may be a whirlwind, any woman lightning. He says when love comes, a man will feel like a whirlwind and the women like a lightning. There will be such a change in a person. But buses take us to our meetings, trains to our destination. In these and in caves, on beaches and on benches in the park, our music was made. He says that we travel by bus or train. We met in caves, on beaches and in benches in the parks, everywhere. We only tried to be together, and here music means love. Everywhere we were together with love. It was only love which mattered more than anything else. And then he says, I ask you to pause and to hear it again. He says that I wanted you to continue. I wanted to stay. And I wanted to hear the music, means I wanted you to be in love with us. But you swept ahead to hear another music. But he says, but your interest changed to another music. Your interest went to another thing. And here actually her interest went to God. She wanted to surrender herself in Lord's feet. That will come later on. That is what he's mentioning here. It's true we cannot live on echoes. He says, I can understand. We cannot just live on memories. Echo is something which is only momentary. So he says this love is also like a passing moment, like an echo which will not last for a long time. Our love also did not last for a long time. And he says, I can understand that you cannot live with this love alone because you wanted to experience eternal love. And then he says, 10,000 miles away, you become a shower of letters, a photograph, a newspaper cutting underlined with pencil comments, and a smell at night. Now he says, now we are 10,000 miles away from each other. And all I have about you is so many letters which you have given me, a photograph and a newspaper cutting underlined with pencil comments. And more than that, you are like a smell at night. If you see, means the intensity of that love is realized here. Because any fragrance at night will be highlighted and it will give peace and calm and happiness to a person's mind. So he says, even the very thought of you makes me happy. So you have become all this now. In the squalid, crude city of my birth and rebirth. So here he mentions Bombay, which is the city of his birth. And rebirth he mentions here to say that he found himself as a poet. So rebirth is his capacity, like his life which changed as a poet. He says, you were a new way of laughing at the truth. He says, I loved the way you were with me and you had the capacity to laugh at the truth. I want you back with a rough happiness you lightly wear. And he says, your happiness is a rough happiness. And that is something which is natural in you. And so I want you back. I want you back as my lover. Supported by your shoulders, breast and thighs. So he says that he wants her even physically. The craving which he has for her physical contact is also expressed here. But you ask to break it up. But you are now more interested in my love. You want to break our love. Your latest letter says, I am enclosing Ramanujan's translation of a Kannada religious poem. So he says, I am receiving letters from you, and in your latest letter also, you are only echoing all the religious thoughts which you are coming across. And you have mentioned Ramanujan's Kannada translation poem which says, the Lord is playing with streamers of fire. I want to play with fire, let me get burnt. And he says, so I can understand that you want to get immersed in the religious belief, you want to meet God and you want to merge with God. Let me get burnt is her feeling that she wants to follow God and get merged with God. So he says, I can understand that you have gone far away from me. The physical distance is also there, the mental distance is also there. And he ends the poem thereby expressing that though she has left him and gone, it is not that she has left him for another human being or because she hated him. It is because she loved God more than him, she has left him. So that is what he expresses here, and he finishes the poem. It's a very beautiful poem written in a very simple style. If you have anything more to add on to this, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. And while subscribing, don't forget to press the bell button. Only then you will get the notification of all my videos when I post them. Thank you.